Okay, so business cards. This is something that I've covered over on brandingpower.com, and it's one of these things that's interesting to me in that business cards seem to be something nowadays is a little bit overlooked. And the reason I'm talking about this is this last week I was talking with the Chamber of Commerce and giving a presentation to them about branding. And before the meeting started, I went around and I had a business card and I handed it out to every single individual that was there. And it's funny because I did this as a slight or small experiment. And the experiment was to see how many of them would give me a business card in return. And what surprised me, because I expected to get some, was that nobody gave me a business card. And so afterwards, after the meeting and everything, a lot of people came up and were talking to me about some branding issues and everything and what they needed to do. And I didn't have their names. I don't know their companies. I don't have any way of being able to reach out and contact them. When you go out and meet people, it's important for you to be able to give them something that they can use to remember who you are and to be able to remember how to get a hold of you or contact you or find your website and everything. And this isn't anything that was just relegated to this business conference or to this Chamber of Commerce. As you may have been aware, I was in Florida this last week, and at this conference, nobody gave out business cards. But everybody would sit there and be like, oh, you can find me here. Not realizing, I don't think a lot of people realize, oh, I need to give them something to remember where to find me. And it's just surprising to me. In some cultures, a business card is given with a high amount of respect. Business cards are one of your very first touch points that I talk, and touch points are something I talk about in my training. And it's one of the simplest things that most people overlook. It's just very surprising to me. It's the simplest touch point that you could possibly do. You know, you can get 500 business cards for a ridiculously cheap amount of money. I would recommend, you spend some money and get some quality business cards that you like. But it's something that doesn't take a lot of time. It's something that even the amount, so the amount of time that you put into it doesn't take a lot. But the amount of time for you to get it back from a print vendor or anything like that doesn't take a lot of time either. And I think a lot of, especially here stateside, we've had a feeling among a lot of people that business cards might be old hat, that, oh, that's something my father gave away or my grandfather. And so people are missing this great opportunity. You can't always assume that somebody's going to sit there and be like, oh, well, I'll just Bluetooth you my information on my phone. Because at this conference I was at, they actually very specifically ask for you not to have your phone while you're in attendance. They don't want recordings of the presentations. They don't want people getting distracted by Facebook or chatting or just any kind of daily distractions that we tend to get caught up in. And so all these people were ill prepared. They weren't ready. And it's just, I can't understand why even today, people overlook how easy this is. If you don't have business cards, I would highly recommend that you sit down and you go through and create some business cards. It's something that you could literally do in the amount of time that I've been talking to you in this video. There's services online where if you have your logo and you have the contact information you want, you can just plug it all in and into a template and it's ready to go. If you want to take your branding a little bit farther, make sure that it's professionally designed. Find somebody who knows what they're doing. They can talk to you about finishes and different paper textures and all sorts of different enhancements that you can do to your business card. Don't go all out and, do overly expensive business cards because, you are giving these away. They're for free. I find that when people spend a lot of money on them, they tend to not want to give them away. They guard them and they keep them protective, and that defeats the purpose of business cards. You should be able to give them out freely to whoever wants them. That way, they have your information readily available, and they can get a hold of you when they need to. So like I said, go out today. Don't wait. Just go out today, create your business card. Find a way to get it done and carry it with you. Always have them ready. You never know. You might be at a gas station somewhere and you might strike up a conversation with somebody, and that person might be the next great contact that you have who's going to take your business or your brand from here to here. And you have to be ready for these opportunities. Don't sit there and think that you don't need it. Because if you don't have it, the time's going to come when you do need one and you won't have it ready. Let me know in the comments below when you gotten your business card ordered and how you felt about the process. Was it something that was quick and simple, or did you find it a little bit more complex than what you were expecting? Love to hear from you. So yeah, just make sure you put a comment down below, and we'll see you next week.